Start here at the start of this one.
26.
Here we go, looking for the green, and we have it off of turn 4. Stock cars underway. Already 3 wide into corner number 1. Who's going to come out on top? There's 3 wide, sometimes 4 wide. They're bumping. They're side by side. 4 wide off of corner number 2. Justin Seifert gets shuffled back here at the start of this one, coming around to complete lap number 1. Who will it be? Too close to call here early on. Off of corner number 4, they're slipping and sliding way up on the high side. The 12 leads the opening lap here tonight. Oh, the 12 way up on the high side, nearly got up and into the wall. Scotty Moore doing everything he can to keep it out front. He led the opening lap, coming around to complete lap number 2. There's still 3, sometimes 4 wide for second. Look out again off turn 4, Scotty Moore trying to leave the rest of the field behind. Brad Heater now inside the top 5 as he takes the high side. 4 wide here off of 2. They sorted out back to 3 wide. Wise idea. Brett Heater now trying to come up through the field, trying to add on another feature race win. Behind him, Heater now up into that 3rd spot. Lucas Conley wants some more. He slides in there trying to get a top 5 spot, slips back to the 5th position. Scotty Moore still your race leader. The 05 of Brett Heater now to the low side. He'll challenge for second. Scotty Moore way up on the extreme high side. Brett Heater catfishing the low side for another victory. Off of turn number 4, Scotty Moore will hang on to it. Here comes Trevor Hunt. Trevor Hunt now in the mix with a 5K of Steve Herrick. Trevor Hunt tries to throw the slider up in front of Scotty Moore. Can't quite clear him. Now Scotty Moore will come back around. Here comes the 5K. Good battle up front. Heater now back to 4th. Brett Heater looked like he was going to take the lead here for a moment. The 5K of Steve Herrick now up there to challenge Scotty Moore. They're side by side at the line. Scotty Moore hangs on to it. Trevor Hunt that time in 2nd with Herrick 3rd. Brett Heater in 4th. Lucas Conley back there in 5th. Kevin Anderson now coming in on the action. Anderson in the 417 breaks his way inside the top 6. Side by side for the lead into corner number 3. This is a good one tonight, just like I thought it would be for the stock cars. Scotty Moore now catfishing the low side with Trevor Hunt up high. Hunt will gain the lead, and he'll lead this lap. He'll bring Herrick with him. Herrick now to 2nd. Scotty Moore drifts back to 3rd. Brett Heater in that 4th position. Nearly contact between him and the 17C of Lucas Conley. Lucas Conley now settles back into that 5th spot. Kevin Anderson is 6th. Those 6 cars trying to break away from the rest of the field. They're still stacking them up side by side deep in the field, trying to get their way to the front. Kevin Anderson, the man on the move now. Lucas Conley having trouble in maneuvering. That's slick. Over off of turn number 4 as the yellow flag flies. Look out. Kind of a hairy moment there off of turn number 4 as the yellow flag flies. Everybody miraculously able to avoid contact there off of turn number 4. Trevor Hunt on the point, going for win number 7. He gets on the gas now. We're back underway. Halfway through tonight's stock car main event. Can anybody challenge Trevor Hunt? Brett Heater gets up there now into that 2nd spot. It's an all-new top 5 up front here as everybody gets jumbled back and forth back there deep in the field. 3 previous feature race winners inside the top 3 here in the waning laps of our stock car main event. Hunt, Heater, Anderson, your top 3. The 5K of Steve Herrick still holding tough in that 4th position. Early race leader Scotty Moore rounds out the top 5. Trevor Hunt and Brett Heater now make it a 2-man battle as they begin to pull away from their closest pursuer, the 417 of Kevin Anderson. Heater right there, going for win number 11. Hunt going for win number 7. Somebody will add to their win column if they can stay out front. Heater there, the 2 nearly make contact off of corner number 2. Brett Heater had a good run, but ran out of room there as he tries to figure out a way around. We got cars getting together down the back chute. Everybody able to get through. So far, so good. Heater trying to put pressure on Hunt as the laps continue to click off. 10 laps in the books, 5 laps to go. No challenge for Anderson in that 3rd spot, or the 5K of Steve Herrick in 4th, or Scotty Moore in 5th. The battle for the lead up front between Trevor Hunt and Brett Heater It'll be lap number 11 this time by 4 more laps to go here around Lakeside Speedway for Trevor Hunt and Brett Heater going for the win. Anderson still third, Herrick fourth, Scotty Moore in fifth. Then comes the 27 machine trying to make his way through the field now, Tim Billings. Tim Billings now up to the 6th spot. Good run for Billings. Then Russ Moyer back there in 7th. Lap number 12 now coming at you. Heater still right there, but unable to find a route around. Trevor Hunt in that 33. Hunt comfortably out front by about 2 car lengths. Heater riding that high side right up there with him. Next time around will be lap number 13 and 2 more laps to go. Heater may have to switch lines here to get some sort of run, get some sort of momentum on Hunt. He settles back in right behind him. 2 more laps to go. It'll be the white flag next time around. Still 3 wide back here for the 7th, 8th, 9th places. Good battles going on all the way back through as these 2 leaders up front duke it out for another win here at Lakeside Speedway. Coming off of turn number 4 for the white flag one more time around. Will Trevor Hunt pick up win number 7, or will it be Brett Heater taking win number 11? We will find out here momentarily. Heater gets a run on turn number 1. Into corner number 3. Who's it going to be? Will Heater pull the slider? Heater goes for the slider. He drifts way up on the high side, right in front of Hunt. Hunt comes back on the low side. To the line for the win. Give it to Brett Heater in the 05. Hunt will finish in that 2nd spot. To the line for 3rd, Kevin Anderson, followed by Hecker in 4th. And 5th tonight in the 27. Good run there. Good comeback for Tim Billings. The slider stuck on the final lap, and you had to think Heater was sizing him up the whole race there. He was comfortably behind him for about 8 laps there for that restart. You know Heater wasn't going to settle for nothing less than pulling off another win here tonight at Lakeside Speedway in our stock car main event. Doing some donuts out here in Victory Lane, early Victory Lane, I should say. Brett Heater. Number 11, Brett Heater, your winner tonight in the stock cars.
I forgot to give Sam this.
The points will definitely close in now. Heater entered this one just 6 points behind Trevor Hunt. And he will pull even closer now before the night is over as he takes a win over Hunt, who finishes in that 2nd spot. The Reed brothers snap one more shot. Brett Heater, your winner again tonight in the stock cars, getting it done here at Lakeside Speedway. Congratulations, Brett, on win number 11. In the 17 and the 17X of Nick Haynes have not been to Victory Lane here at Lakeside Speedway this year. Nick Haynes does have a victory at Central Missouri Speedway, looking for his first at Lakeside off of turn number 4. Here we go. Green flag in the air. B-Mods underway. Steve Clancy, a previous feature race winner, gets the job done early on tonight as he tries to come away the leader here at lap number 1. Will he hang on to it? Into quarter number 3, the entire field goes, coming around to complete lap number 1 at the line. Your early race leader will be Clancy in the 12, followed by the 17 of Dean Galvin and the 17X of Nick Haynes. Now slips back to that 5th spot. Here comes the 7MM of Mike Higley. Mike Higley now on the move. The 181 of Luke Neiman trying to get up there and inside the top 5 as well. Race leader nearly up into the wall as Higley throws the slider. Now tries to get up into that 3rd spot. Neiman to his outside, the 44 just below him. Trevor Hunt now trying to get up there to challenge. Hunt now will move to that 3rd spot. Good battle behind him. Tim Powell now trying to come up through the field as well in the 57. Powell started this one in 9th as he tries to make his way to the top 5. Tim Powell trying to break into the top 5, currently down the low side. One of the few cars down there, everybody else up on the high side. It's a battle of the 17s now for that 2nd and 3rd spot with Trevor Hunt and the 44 trying to spoil the 17 party. Meanwhile, Steve Clancy pulling way out front in the 12C again going for his 4th feature race win of the year. Coming around here to complete another lap, lap number 4 that time. Clancy, your leader. Shadron Turner, Trevor Hunt, Dean Galvin, Tim Powell, Mike Higley. Those cars up front here early on. Lap number 5 this time around. Clicking these laps off quickly. 10 more laps to go. Trevor Hunt now into that 2nd spot. Shadron Turner wants it back. Good side-by-side action into corner number 1 for those 2 drivers. Trying to duke it out for that 2nd spot. Mike Higley now regains a little bit ground. He's back inside the top 5. He gets a run on the 57 of Tim Powell and the 17 of Dean Galvin. So Higley now into that 4th spot, just behind Shadron Turner in 3rd. Hunt back into that 2nd position. Tim Powell searching the low side. Again, one of the few cars down there searching the low side. Tim Powell inside the top 5. Stephen Clancy now with about a 3/4 straightaway length on his closest pursuer, which is Trevor Hunt in the 44H. Clancy cross the line there. Here comes Hunt. Shadron Turner 3rd. Good battle here for 4th between Mike Higley in 4th, Tim Powell in 5th. Then behind him another gaggle of cars as Chad Clancy now is coming to the fray. Chad Clancy on the move now in the 21C machine. Luke Neiman still back there in the 181. So Luke Neiman back there in the 8th spot just behind him. Jake Richards in the 17 and the 49 of Patrick Royalty. That is your top 10 cars here early on. This time around will be lap number 9. Just 6 more laps to go, and Trevor Hunt has found a line to his liking as he has started to reel in race-long leader Steve Clancy in that 12C. Trevor Hunt in that 2nd spot, trying to get up there. And once again, Hunt reeling him in. Stephen Clancy on that extreme high side, but so is Trevor Hunt. Trevor Hunt takes off another car 2 lengths. That time around, Shadron Turner, Tim Powell, Chad Clancy now into the top 5. Mike Higley back there in 6th. Luke Neiman in 7th. Chase Galvin back there in the 17. That's Dean Galvin back there in the 9th spot. Patrick Royalty still inside the top 10. Trevor Hunt now within a few car lengths. Hunt dives to the low side, trying to find a way around. Race-long leader Steve Clancy coming around to complete lap number 12. Trevor Hunt, watch him. It's been slider night here at Lakeside Speedway. Clancy up on the extreme high side. If Hunt can get a run going in on the low side, he could make the pass for the win. Lap number 12 that time around. 3 more laps to go. As the laps continue to wind down, it's going to be a 2-man battle for the lead up front. Will Trevor Hunt come on the low side? This time, not this time. Steve Clancy will keep it on the high side here at lap number 13. 2 more laps to go, 2 to go. Heavy lap traffic now in front of your race leaders. The 223 set to go a lap down as well as the 03B of Chris Brockway. They get around the 223. Clancy safely around him. Trevor Hunt still right there with him, just about 3 car lengths back. Coming around, it'll be the white flag this time. 1 more lap to go. It's a 2-man battle. Clancy's up in the wall, but he maintains his lead at the white flag by about 3 car lengths. Final laps. Final corners here tonight at Lakeside Speedway, racing on the river's edge with the USRA B-Mods. Clancy a little bit loose. Here comes Trevor Hunt. Trevor Hunt, one last ditch effort. Can he make it happen? Here in corner number 3. Up on the high side once again, there's Clancy. Trevor Hunt down low, throws the slider. Can he get up there in front? Clancy will try to cross back over, but he won't make it happen. Trevor Hunt will steal the victory away at the finish. Trevor Hunt, your winner. Stephen Clancy into that 2nd spot. Shadron Turner back in 3rd, Tim Powell in 4th, Chad Clancy in 5th position. A wild one to finish it up here tonight for your USRA B-Mods. The slider cost him in the stock car event, and he pulls one off in the B-Mods and one-ups the challenge. Trevor Hunt pulling off a last lap victory there, a heartbreaker for Steve Clancy, as Trevor Hunt picks up the victory tonight in the USRA B-Mods. Trevor Hunt with his 2nd USRA B-Mod feature race win of the year. Tonight pulling off the last lap pass over Steve Clancy for the victory. So the last lap passes costs him in the stock cars, but he gets it back tonight in the USRA B-Mods. Kearney, Missouri driver Trevor Hunt going away with his second feature race win in the USRA B-Mods tonight. He'll get the victory lane photos down there with the Reed brothers. All the crew in place down there celebrating the win with the young Trevor Hunt.
7mm. No, they don't finish. Okay. Oh, I guess I do have 22.
Where do they go for this one?
All right, let's get you your 50-50 winning number. Your 50-50 winning number tonight as Trevor Hunt wraps up his celebration down there. Fifth here to finish up tonight at Lakeside Speedway. Nick Benninger, Tim Carrick on row 1. Tad Davis, Peyton Phillips, Dylan Hoover, Mark Chapman, Luke Driscoll, Kerry Davis, Darren Fuquay, Chad Lyle inside the first 5 rows. Will the winner come from the first 5 rows, or will we have to go deeper back into the starting grid to get the winner here tonight? I'm sure Aaron Morant and Justin Johnson would like to think so as they start outside of the top 5 rows here tonight. All right. Nick Benninger was very strong on the initial start here. Tim Carrick slipped back just a little bit. We'll keep an eye on things this time. Everybody tightening those belts, getting ready to mash the gas. One more time. They're already doing it here off of 3, and the green flag flies once again. The Tom Carrick 30-lap feature underway. Here we go. Nick Benninger again out in front. Tim Carrick and Tad Davis just behind. 2 different lines. Tad Davis on the low side, Tim Carrick up on the high side. Just behind them, those drivers searching for position. Darren Fuquay's 3 wide, deep in the field with Chad Lyle back there. Here comes Carrick. Now to the low side of Tad Davis will take over that second spot. Tim Carrick up into second. Tad Davis back to third. Peyton Phillips slits to fourth. Dylan Hoover back there in fifth. Mark Chaffin now sixth. Kerry Davis seventh. Benninger comfortably out front, pulling away now from Tim Carrick by about a quarter of a straightaway length advantage. Good battle just out. Chad Lyle was coming up front. Chad Lyle about ready to break into the top 5, currently running in that 6th spot. Mark Chapman just in front of him. There's 3 wide. Kerry Davis searches for the right line in the 68. On the low side, it's Aaron Moran, 70, that's now on the move. Dylan Hoover, Darren behind them, as well as Luke Driscoll. Just as we say that, 2 cars get together over here off of corner number 4, and the yellow flag is flying once again. Looking for that green flag once again here at the cone. Nobody passed before the cone. Everybody appears to have followed the rules as they get past the cone. We're back underway here with green flag action at Lakeside Speedway. Hello to everybody listening to live tonight on RacingBoys.com. You are listening to the Tom Carrick Memorial here at Lakeside Speedway. Nick Benninger is our race leader here at lap number 4. Heck of a battle going on for second between Tim Carrick trying to pick up a win in his father's namesake race with Tad Davis right there in that second spot. Yellow flag will have to fly once again. Problems here in between turns 3 and 4. The 28 machine, one of those drivers involved, looks like Jerry Liston Jr. In the 14C of Bill Carter. Bring out our latest caution flag here at lap number 4. We did get some ground here with Nick Benninger on the gas once again at lap number 4. We resume the 2016 Tom Carrick Memorial here at Lakeside Speedway. Racing on the river's edge with Nick Benninger out front. Tim Carrick now drops to the low side along with Tad Davis. They nearly touch off of corner number 2. Davis had to get on the binders, and it's going to cost him a spot now as Peyton Phillips has taken over the 3rd spot, but Phillips drifts up to the high side. Tad Davis comes back low, but Peyton Phillips will hang on. Now here comes Mark Chapman. Mark Chapman also around the 75. Kerry Davis now with a run on the low side as he tries to find a way around the 75 as well. Tad Davis not going the direction he needs to go as the 75 is now back to 5th. Nick Benninger has pulled away from the 1K of Tim Carrick. Here comes Mark Chapman. Chapman up to 3rd. Aaron Morant's in the wall off of corner number 4. He keeps it righted. Morant trying to hold off a challenge from Chad Lyle, and Darren Fuqua got up into the wall. Sparks went flying, and the Richmond, Missouri driver will keep going as he searches a way to come forward. Now Tim Carrick falling into the clutches of Mark Chapman, way up on the high side, hooks the cushion, gets the car straight, heads down the front straightaway and into corner number 1. Chapman on the low side, Carrick up high. Just behind them, Peyton Phillips in 4th. Kerry Davis now into the top 5. Tad Davis slips back to 6th. Aaron Moran is 7th. Chad Lyle 8th. Darren Fuqua 9th. Dylan Hoover 10th. Adam Cates back there in 11th. With Topeka, Kansas, Kyle Covert back in 12th. Those 12 cars beginning to pull away from the rest of the field, with Brian Johnson just behind them, trying to come forward in the 97. Larry Bubba Harvey, after restarting this one, has gained a few more spots, now back inside the top 20. Lap number 8 that time for leader Nick Benninger. Still no challenge for him. Now a lap car in between him and his closest pursuer, Tim Carrick. Tim Carrick now pulling away ever so slightly from the 34 of Mark Chapman. Peyton Phillips still 4th. Kerry Davis 5th. Tad Davis continues to drift back, now under fire from Chad Lyle and Aaron Morant. A great 3-car battle just outside the top 5. Carrick way up on the high side, nearly caught the wall. He hangs on to it, still in that 2nd spot. Chapman, Peyton Phillips, Davis just outside the top 5. Tad Davis, Aaron Morant now 7th. Chad Lyle 8th. Fuqua 9th. Dylan Hoover in 10th. 10 laps down, a third of the way through this one, coming around to complete lap number 11. There'll be 19 laps to go. That time right there as Nick Benninger crosses the start-finish line over Tim Carrick. Chapman in 3rd. Chapman dives down to the low side to get a run on the lap machine. Peyton Phillips will do the same thing in the 98. Just behind them, Kerry Davis trying to get a run going in the 68. He currently sets in 5th. No change there. Just behind them, outside of the top 5, still Tad Davis in 6th. Morant 7th. Fuqua now 8th. Chad Lyle drifts back to 9th. Dylan Hoover a distant 10th. And we got one car that goes around over here off of corner number 4. It's the 14C. Goes around. We got another car in trouble down the back straightaway. It looks to be the 40 of Jesse Willard. Willard will also retire in the 40 here at lap number 12. 18 laps remain, 18 to go. Morant way up on the high side trying to get a run, and he does on Tad Davis. Now here comes Darren Fuqua, dives down to the low side. Fuqua on the low side run, trying to get around Tad Davis. Good run all the way through the top 10. Nobody up to challenge Nick Benninger, but here comes Tim Carrick just as I say that. Carrick gets a good run and now closes in on your leader, Nick Benninger in the 3B. Benninger in heavily lapped traffic. Bubba Harvey, the 2008 winner, just in front of him, as well as Justin Johnson out of Gardner, Kansas. Perry, Kansas driver Nick Benninger. Just one car in between him and Tim Carrick. Now no cars in between him and Tim Carrick as Benninger scoots up the high side. Here comes Carrick out of Bazor, Kansas. Carrick now within 2 car lengths of taking the lead here at lap number 15. It's the halfway point. The 30-lap feature, $1,500 win. Tom Carrick Memorial coming around to complete lap number 16. Benninger pulls away ever so slightly, but Tim Carrick still right there haunting him. One slip, and Benninger will find himself in arrears to 2nd place. As Carrick again pulls up right to the backside. Carrick now dives to the low side. Can Tim Carrick make it stick? Sam Florence on the lap machine just in front of him in the 42, and Carrick has to back out of the throttle. Carrick goes back to work on the high side to stay with Benninger. Benninger in that middle lane. He'll get around the 42, or does he, of Sam Florence. Sam Florence in that middle lane, keeping out of everybody's way. Benninger now by. Carrick will come around as well. Can Mark Chapman close in on the race leaders? Not at this time, because Kerry Davis has found something in the 68. Kerry Davis now up to challenge. Well inside the top 5 in this one. Benninger still clear out front. Carrick threading the needle through lap cars. Sam Florence and Brian Johnson in between the 1K and the leader, the 3 of Nick Benninger. Kerry Davis now trying to get that 3rd spot. Davis on the charge, your points leader, previous feature race winner, 5 feature race wins this year. Kerry Davis now on the move as he searches for a line to get up there to challenge Carrick. Kerry Davis has made his way to 3rd. Mark Chapman in 4th. Behind them, Aaron Morant coming forward in the 70. Morant side by side with Chapman into corner number 1. The 2 nearly touch as Morant goes for the spot in the 70. Good battle back there with the 70. And the 34, Darren Fuqua and Peyton Phillips down as well. Nick Benninger, scary moment there as he comes around the lap car of Kyle Covert in the 7D7. Morant continuing to come forward with Chapman in the 34, Peyton Phillips in the 98, Fuquay in the 87, Chad Lyle in the 96, still inside the top 10. 20 laps down. 2/3 of the way through our 30-lap distance, and Nick Benninger, still your race leader, now with nearly a full straightaway length advantage on Tim Carrick, who has lost ground. Oh no, we got a spinner. Schaffman nearly went around. Chad Lyle goes around. Darren Fuquay goes around, in the 87, as well as the 2 of Mike Eisenhunt. Schaffman nearly involved. Fuquay in the big-time bail bonds, number 87, coasts backwards now, gets the car turned around and righted. But tough break there for Darren Fuquay, who had a strong run going inside the top 10. Also involved in that melee over here off of corner number 4, Mike Eisenhunt in the 2. And yellow is out at lap 21, 9 laps to go. Finish it up. 9 laps to go. Can Benninger hang on, or will Carrick, Davis, Morant, or Chapman spoil the fun? Here we go. Everybody searching the low side, catfishing. We're back underway. Just a few laps remaining. Who picks what line and who goes where? Here comes Kerry Davis. This 68 has found a line down on the low side. He gets a run, but Tim Carrick will come fighting back on the high side. Carrick again dives down to the low side, tries to get up there with Benninger off of corner number 4. Carrick giving it everything he's got. Now here comes Aaron Moran on Kerry Davis, and we got a spinner. Cowboy Jeff Smith spins deep in the field. The yellow will have to come out as Smith unable to refire. Trying to track down a win, trying to pass, make a move on the 3B of Nick Benninger, and here we go. Tim Carrick wants to get it done now, and the green flag flies once again. We're backing away. Carrick with a strong restart will go to the low side. The 70 of Moran is there as well. The 3B of Benninger up high. The 68 of Davis also up high. They spread them out down the back straightaway into corner number 3. Benninger will come out with about a 7-car length advantage. Everybody way up high trying to catch that cushion, hoping to hang on to him, living on the edge up there. If they go up and over that thing, they might as well kiss it goodbye because it's going to suck them into the wall. Aaron Morant now with a strong run in the 70. Here comes the 70 of Morant. He's not done yet. Coming around to complete lap number 24. There'll be 6 laps to go this time. Benninger still comfortably out front now with about a 10-car length advantage. Benninger, Carrick, Morant, Davis, Lyle now into the top 5. Chapman back to 6th. Tad Davis in that 7th spot. On back Darren Fuquay 8th. Dylan Hoover 9th. Adam Cates in 10th. Could be a pass for 2nd this time. Aaron Moran has dropped to the extreme low side, catfish in the corners. They both drift up a little bit higher off of corner number 4. Carrick hangs onto it. Tim Carrick clinging onto that 2nd place run. Inside of 5 to go, 25 down, 5 laps remaining. Does anybody have anything for Nick Benninger in the 3B? Again, Aaron Moran with a strong run on the high side into the 70. He clears Tim Carrick that time. Put Aaron Moran up into that 2nd spot with 4 laps to go. But is there enough time? Does he have anything left to challenge Benninger? Benninger still comfortably out front. 4 more laps to go. Morant ever so slightly pulling away from Tim Carrick. Benninger into corner number 3. Aaron Morant just behind. Will enter corner number 3 behind him. Morant's trying to reel him in. Kerry Davis into that 4th spot, putting pressure on Tim Carrick. Chad Lyle into the top 5, trying to put pressure on the 68. 3 more laps to go. Aaron Moran again draws away from the 1K, but not drawing any closer to the 3B of Nick Benninger. One slip, though, could change everything. This is a momentum track. You lose it, you're going to lose out big time. Nick Benninger could lose momentum as Cowboy Smith nearly goes around. The 28 does go around. That all happened right in front of us, right in front of the leader. The 28 spins back around. We'll be able to rejoin Nick Benninger now coming around to take the white flag here at lap number 29. There'll be 1 lap to go. Perry, Kansas against Richmond, Missouri. Oh no, right in front of Benninger. Look out. Holy cow, it was a close call as the 74 was right there. Yellow flag will have to fly. Scary moment there. 2 laps in a row for our race leaders. First, the 28 of Jerry Liston Jr. gets loose off the corner. Then Rodney Schweitzer right in front of Nick Benninger. 100 to win, 30-lapper. Excitement on the river's edge here for the last 2 laps. Will somebody throw a slider? Will somebody find a new groove? We'll find out here any moment as Nick Benninger gets on the throttle one last time. Here we go. Benninger to the front. Morant right there gets a good run down low. Behind them, it's too close to call. Everybody going for 3rd. Air Morant up on that high side once again, strong. Bittinger strong as well. Here comes the 70 now. Air Morant trying to size him up here off of corner number 2, and we got a car spinning once again over here off of corner number 2. He gets it righted. Looks like we'll stay green as the white flag is out. Bittinger, Morant, final lap, final turns to sort it all out. Can Bittinger hang on? The lap car gets out of the way from the spin. Bittinger into corner number 3 for the final time. We've got a slow car here off of corner number 4. Here comes the 70 of Morant trying to put pressure on the 3B. But at the line out of Perry, Kansas, is the 3B of Nick Bittinger, your winner. Morant second, Davis third, Tim Carrick fourth, Fuqua fifth, Chad Lyle in sixth, Mark Chapman seventh, Tad Davis eighth, Dylan Hoover in ninth, Adam Cates will cross the line inside the top 10.
Good job, guys.
An exciting finish here tonight to wrap up the Tom Carrick Memorial at Lakeside Speedway. Nick Bittinger, his second feature race win, biggest win so far this year, takes the Tom Carrick Memorial. Nick Bittinger, your winner.
There they come. The posse. Okay. They're walking awful slow.
He dominated this one 30 laps, but it wasn't easy. With a couple late race restarts here, Air Morant put the pressure on. Carrick put the pressure on earlier. What an event here tonight. It's been a long night of racing, but a great night of racing. The track stayed great, racy all night long, multi-grooved. You saw sliders here this evening. We saw all kinds of passing and action. That's what you want to see, especially leading into a couple big, strong special events coming up here. Don't forget, next Thursday and Friday night, USMTS Hunt Racing on Thursday, then the Grant Youngins Memorial Makeup event on Friday. It's going to be a huge week of racing here in the Mocan region as Nick Bittinger and crew continue to celebrate down here in Victory Lane. We'll get the whole crew in place. Charlene Carrick down there giving hugs on behalf of her late husband, Tom Carrick, as Nick Bittinger adds his name to the storied list of drivers who have taken a victory in the Tom Carrick Memorial. Thank you again to everybody that came out this evening to celebrate a wonderful night and a wonderful family here in the Mocan Region Racing with the Tom Carrick Memorial. Let's get another one. There we go. One more. Lisa Burlington and the Reed brothers down there snapping some victory lane shots here tonight to wrap up our evening. Once again, fans, give it up for him. Nick Bittinger, your winner this year of the Tom Carrick Memorial.